Welcome everybody. I'm Adam Fine. I'm a planner with Fathom Studio from foggy Dartmouth, Nova Scotia up in Eastern Canada. I'm going to be talking to you today about designing a municipal wayfinding system, help you through the process of creating a municipal wayfinding system from scratch. This is intended for people who might be either working with a designer or who may be trying to design things themselves, and give you all of the considerations that might matter. Now, who am I? I certainly care about signs. I have almost as many photos of signs as I have of my child. I absolutely love exploring and looking at signs, ones that are great, ones that are terrible. Terrible ones are way more fun to talk about. I'm not a graphic designer, I'm a planner, so my considerations mainly are on the functionality of the system. Is it an implementable system? I want to make sure that things are accessible and universal for the people who will end up using them. I am lucky to work with a great team of graphic designers who have the eye for all the visual elements, typography and color, and the relationship between words and graphics and the real estate on every sign. In this presentation, we're going to go through a whole bunch of different elements. We're going to start with a bit of an introduction, and then we'll talk about beginning with the end. What does the end product look like, and how do you get there? What is the process of creating a wayfinding system from scratch? Then I'll get into the considerations for designing a system. We'll talk about the strategy document, which is usually an important first step in doing wayfinding for a municipality. And then we'll talk about some of the other documents that are really essential to realizing a complete system. The design intent, which is the design document. It describes how all the signs are created. We'll talk about the location plan and message schedule, which is where signs go, what do they say. We'll talk about the guidelines document, which is often a component of creating a wayfinding system. And then we'll get into a thing that a lot of municipalities are very concerned with, which is phasing and implementation. A lot about how to price out the signs and think about how to roll them out over time. We'll talk about tender documentation, and then I'll give you some tips for care and feeding of your sign system once it's installed. And then we'll get into some concluding thoughts